Your prospects are lying to you. They're lying. They lie all the time. You've ever been in that prospect meeting where the prospect says to you at the end, I'll think about it. Or they say to you, send me a proposal and I'll get back to you. They're lying. They're not going to get back to you. They're not even going to think about it. What's most likely going to happen is that they're going to ghost you. You'll try following up and they'll blank you. You won't hear from them and you'll spend ages in a futile manner trying to follow up and not getting anything back in return. Prospects say these things just to wriggle out of the conversation because they don't want to hurt your feelings. They're not going to think about it. They don't want to receive your proposal or you do, but it's just a way of them getting out of that conversation. You see, what's happening there is that they're not convinced on the value of whatever you have to offer. They're not convinced that you are the solution to their problem. So what we need to do when we are on the phone and actually having that sales conversation with our prospects is that we need to pre-frame the value, and we also need to anticipate the objection, which is what it is, before we get it. So for example, a prospect says to you, I'll think about it, rather than just letting them go off the phone, which is what they want to do. They just want to wriggle out of that conversation with you in a polite way. Get to the root cause of the reason why they are saying that. So when they say, I'll think about it, you could try saying, Mr. Prospect, when someone says to me that they'll think about it, it either means one of these two things. Either they're not interested or they're not sure. Which one is it? And what you're doing there is you're forcing your prospect to give you an answer. Are you actually not interested or are you not sure? And if they say to you, well, yeah, I'm not really sure, well, then you can follow up with another multiple choice question and say, well, when someone says to me they're not sure, it either means that it's a question of finance and money, or when they're not convinced that we have the solution to their problem. Which is it? And again, you are continuing that conversation and getting to the root cause of what the actual objection might be, what the prospect is feeling in their mind. So you can have a frank conversation about it. If it's a case of money, you can have a conversation around that. If it's a case of they're not being convinced that you are the solution to their problem, you can have a further deeper conversation around that. But what you don't do is just let them go, because once they get off that phone or Zoom call with you, you're never going to hear from them again.
Bye, Felicia.
So you may as well spend that time to get a little bit more feedback, get deeper into the reasons why that prospect is saying they'll think about it, and that will help you to close more clients at higher prices. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon.